You are not addicted to them. You are addicted to the version of the relationship that almost happened, the one that made you feel chosen for a moment, then disappeared before it became real. That is why you cannot fully let go, because you are not only missing the person, you are missing the future they made you believe was coming. Some connections do not hurt because they are empty. They hurt because they are full of signals that never become commitment. The chemistry is there. The tension is there. The late-night conversations are there. The eye contact feels too deep to ignore. But somehow nothing becomes clear. Nothing becomes stable. Nothing becomes safe. And that is what makes it addictive. At first it feels different. A small message changes your mood. A silence feels meaningful. A look feels like a confession. You start thinking, this cannot be random. It feels too strong to mean nothing. But intensity is not always intimacy. Sometimes intensity is what happens when your nervous system cannot relax around someone. Sometimes what feels like chemistry is actually uncertainty mixed with hope. They come close, then pull away. They open up, then disappear. They make you feel special, then make you question if you imagined the whole thing. And every time they pull away, your mind works harder. You replay their words. You analyze their tone. You search for proof that the connection was real. And maybe it was real. That is the painful part. Something can be real and still not be enough. Someone can feel something for you and still not be willing to build anything with you. They can miss you and still not choose you. They can want you and still keep you emotionally suspended. This is why these relationships feel so powerful. They give you emotional highs without emotional safety. They give you closeness without direction. They give you hope without responsibility. You are not attached only to the person. You are attached to the possibility that one day they will finally become consistent. One day they will stop running. One day they will admit what this is. One day all the almost will turn into something real. So you wait. You wait for the message. You wait for the shift. You wait for clarity. And while you wait, your life starts orbiting around someone who has never fully arrived. You cannot fully leave because it feels unfinished. You cannot fully stay because it is not becoming anything. So you live in the middle, not chosen but not released, not secure but not completely abandoned. And the worst part is that the beautiful moments are not fake. If it were all bad, leaving would be easy. But there are moments when they look at you like they feel it too. Moments when their guard drops. Moments when their attention feels so warm that you forget all the coldness that came before it. Those moments become evidence, proof that you are not imagining it, proof that they care, proof that something is there. But something being there does not mean it is going somewhere. A spark is not a structure. A feeling is not a decision. Chemistry is not commitment. Some people love the feeling of connection, but not the responsibility of it. They love the tension, the attention, the emotional charge, the way you make them feel alive. But when the connection asks for clarity, they retreat. When it asks for consistency, they become vague. When it starts becoming real, they hide behind timing, fear, confusion, or silence. They keep the door open just enough so you do not leave, but closed enough so they do not have to fully enter. And you feel it. You feel like you are standing at the entrance of something that never lets you inside. That is why clarity feels terrifying, because clarity would end the fantasy. It would turn the tension into either commitment or closure. And some people prefer the fog because the fog lets them keep your attention without making a choice. This is where you start losing yourself. You become more patient than you actually feel, more understanding than your heart can afford. You stop asking direct questions because you are afraid the answer will break the fantasy. You accept confusion because losing the connection feels worse than admitting it is not enough. But sometimes complicated is just another word for unavailable. Sometimes fear is not the problem. Avoidance is. Sometimes the person is not confused. They are comfortable receiving your emotional investment without giving you emotional security. And that realization changes everything. Because the real question is not, why does this feel so strong if it is going nowhere? The real question is, why am I calling emotional uncertainty love? A connection can be intense and still be unhealthy. It can feel magnetic and still leave you exhausted. Your body can mistake anxiety for passion. Your mind can mistake confusion for depth. Your heart can mistake being activated for being loved. Maybe what you miss is not the relationship. Maybe you miss the promise. The version of them that almost chose you. The future that almost started. The love that almost became safe. But almost is not a home. Almost is not a relationship. Almost is not enough to build your life around. You were not wrong for feeling it. You were not foolish for believing there was something there. Some connections are real. They are just not healthy. Some people do care. They are just not capable of showing up. And maybe the connection felt intense because it was unresolved, not because it was meant to last. Maybe it felt deep because it kept touching your wounds, not because it was healing them. Real love can still be passionate. Real love can still be deep. But it does not leave you permanently guessing where you stand. It does not make you feel chosen for a moment, then confused for a week. Real love moves. Slowly sometimes. Imperfectly sometimes. But it moves. So if a relationship keeps feeling powerful but never becomes clear, maybe it is not too deep to define. Maybe it is too unstable to become home.